Hello everyone. In this video, we'll be looking at long division for review for Math 0662. We'll start with the terms and the symbols that we'll see. The main symbol here is a combination of a right parenthesis and a horizontal line. We just call this our long division symbol. This is essentially replacing the division symbol that we normally see, or the slash. Now, A, we call this our dividend, and B, the divisor, the part that's dividing the dividend. A, or the dividend, goes inside, and B goes outside. And we know what's left is the quotient for our answer, so the quotient goes on top. And A is our dividend, and B is our divisor. Now how this works is we see how many times B goes into A. B will go into A C amount of times, and the leftover part is the product of C times B. So we want to subtract that from A. We'll be left with D. Now there are two types of division. There's the remainder and the full solve. With the remainder, we're just going to get a whole number and figure out how much is left. But with the full solve, we want to include decimals. So from here, for one answer, we can write that A divided by B is C with the remainder, or big R, of D. But we can actually fully solve this. If B can go into D, then we will continue to add numbers, but usually it can't, so we need to add a decimal point and add a 0 placeholder. And B will go into D with the 0 placeholder E amount of times. We can keep going, but let's take a look at an example. If we have 23 divided by 5, how can we do this using long division? Well, 5 goes into 23 4 times. 4 times 5 is 20, and we're left with 3. So one answer here is 23 divided by 5 is 4R3. But we can keep solving this. We see that 5 can't go into 3, so we add a decimal at the top and a 0 placeholder at the bottom. But 5 can go into 30 6 times, and we subtract 6 times 5, which is 30. We have two answers, one with a decimal and one with a remainder. Let's take a look at a 2-digit divisor. If we have 371 divided by 25, what will our quotient be? Well, we see that 25 goes into 71 14 times. 14 times 25 is 350, and we're left with 21. From here we see that 25 can't go into 21, so we must add a decimal at the top and a 0 at the bottom, but 25 can go into 210 8 times. 8 times 25 is 200, and we're left with 10. Now from here, we can't add another decimal point, but we will just keep adding zeros at the bottom, and 25 can go into 100 4 times. 4 times 25 is 100, and this is our final answer. Now, we could have stopped by saying that 371 divided by 25 is really just 14 with a remainder of 21. Both answers work. That's about it for long division, and thank you for watching.